Hey guys, it's Nate with another Backcountry beer review. Today I'm on top of Madre Mountain, which I would say that's like western New Mexico, kind of southwestern. It is a beautiful Prominence Peak, just a P1K, but it misses P2K status by like less than 50 feet. So it is a fairly prominent peak. The views from this summit are just incredible. There's really not much I can say other than that. It's beautiful up here. The beer I'm reviewing today is by a brewery that is pretty familiar to Backcountry beer reviews. It is Bow and Arrow Brewing Company out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this time I am reviewing their Hats Off Imperial Goza Style Sour Ale. Of course, I've reviewed Bow and Arrow at least 2 or 3 times. I think like 3 times, yeah. And every single time I review them happens to be for Lager Summer. So the annual thing I do where I just review lagers during the summer months. And I'm always tempted to kind of grab their beer and try it and taste it for this series, but I try not to get fatigue on one brewery. I try to spread myself. So I was looking in the store for things to try, and this like really intrigued me. I think it's been a while since I've reviewed a sour, I think. So there's really nothing on the can except for the fact that it says it is an Imperial Goza Style Sour Ale made with blackberry cherry and vanilla. And it sort of implies, it says 8 years brewing in the desert Southwest. So I assume that it's hats off, like, congratulations, you did it. Anyway, let's open it up and give it a taste. Okay, time for a sip. As you probably saw from that can open, maybe you don't want to drink this while you're wearing a white shirt. It is very red. This was a peak. This was a peak where it was hard to decide what I wanted behind me. This is very, very beautiful views in all directions. And I have a feeling, you know, if I had a lot to say about this beer, I could do several angles. But I think with it being a Goza, I don't think I'm going to have that much to say. So I decided to point us towards Albuquerque. I don't think you can see it, but I can make out the Sandias way out in the distance. I should be driving by there in just a few hours after I finish this hike on my way home. So yeah, note-wise, I mean, certainly the adjuncts are extremely prevalent. I'm definitely getting the cherry. I get the cherry more than I get the blackberry. It is blackberry, right? Yes, I get the cherry more than I get the blackberry. But I do think I'm getting some tartness that is not coming from the fact that it's a sour ale. It is like a natural fruity tartness. I would imagine that's coming from the blackberry. The blackberry does kind of add this like, I mean, for lack of a better term, a berry flavor that cherry doesn't really have. But the cherry I would also say is semi-tart, or at least it profiles that way thanks to the tartness of the Goza. I am getting more than just the, you know, just the adjuncts. Oh, I'm also getting the vanilla as well. The vanilla is really coming through as this nice, creamy, warm, sweetish flavor. It's definitely profiling well with the cherry. I'm getting also, you know, just like the tartness from the Goza. Like I'm getting lemon, definitely. To me, it's very like hibiscus, and I'm also getting these kind of like almost like herbaceous, maybe like sweet basil or something. Just this herbaceous flavor that's also leaning me towards saying hibiscus. Now, what's interesting about this beer is when I was tasting it at home, I was getting these like almost tannic notes that I'm really not picking up right now. And maybe it's because the beer is a lot warmer. Yeah, when I was drinking it at home, it was straight out of the fridge. I've been on the road for like 10, what time is it? It's like 3 o'clock, like 11 hours. I've been out of the house. So this thing is basically warmed up now. It's about the temperature that my car was, so like 70 degrees. And I'm not really getting those tannic notes. I am getting this like, you know, Gozas sometimes have salt in them. I would say I'm getting that. Like, I don't know if they put salt in it. It doesn't say on the can. But I'm definitely getting this like almost lip puckering, just my brain is sensing it as saltiness. And maybe that's what I was thinking the tannins were when I was tasting this at home, was the saltiness, but I'm definitely getting it. I mean, it just tastes like this natural saltiness. Not that they would have added too much, like just added a little bit just to salinate the water a little bit. It's actually almost like the degree to which it's salty is like you lick the salt on the rim of a margarita and then drink the margarita. And at that point, you know, the salt is just kind of this kiss of saltiness on your tongue while you're drinking the margarita. It's very much like that, actually, because it has that tartness, it has that fruitiness. This is very nice. Yeah, ultimately, like, not much to say other than what I've already said. It's a very nice beer. Definitely strong for like a sour ale, but I really like it. So I think that's it for me. Cheers and have a backcountry beer for me.